Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. PokeOz here. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Another video on Pokemon investing, and today we are looking at Evolving Skies. Wow. What could have been? I invested in this one a little bit, not as much as I would have liked. Probably got about half a dozen booster boxes, and there's another. This shelf goes back a fair way. There's about, there's 3 of each, so 6 Elite Trainer boxes sitting back there. So about 6 boxes, 6 Elite Trainer boxes. What we're going to do in today's video though is look at what we could have made. So we're going to look at the percentage gains on Evolving Skies, and if we'd parked $200, $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 into Evolving Skies, where would we be sitting now if we sold it? Let's jump right in.
Probably wondering why I've got 2 graphs up on the screen for the Australian Stock Exchange and the US. So ASX 200 last 6 months of data and the Dow Jones last 6 months of data. As you can see, up, down, up, down, up, down, but relatively little to no change in the last 6 months. And I just thought I'd throw another random investment tool at you. So here's a graph of Bitcoin over the last 6 months. Now you're probably wondering why I'm showing you these graphs that have absolutely nothing to do with Pokemon. And the reason is this. Look at the comparison with Evolving Skies, particularly with the first 2 graphs that I show, the ASX 200 and the Dow Jones. The stock market, the place where people say it's safe to park your money, steady incline, 6 to 8% a year. I mean, look at it. It's gone from, what, 150, 170 a box to 390 in the space of 12 months. I mean, that's just bonkers. In my time collecting Pokemon cards, which has been on and off, I've never seen a set explode or appreciate in the same way Evolving Skies has. It's just gone on another planet. I mean, I know this whole sort of Pokemon investing, sealed product investing has only really been it's sort of come to the forefront through COVID. I mean, people have made money off it over the years, but it's really become more popularized throughout COVID. I mean, I was collecting obviously base set through to Expedition base set. Then I sort of gave it a miss and I sort of picked it up around those middle of the tier EX series, EX Dragon, EX Crystal Guardians. Picked it back up then, and then again went quiet again, bought a little bit through Black and White era, got back into it really heavily in 2018, Sun and Moon era. All I know is though, in my time collecting, the hobby, trying to make a little bit of extra income off Pokemon, nothing has ever exploded like Evolving Skies. Well, let's have a look. In the perfect world, how much could we have really made off Evolving Skies since release? Predominantly what we're going to look at is these 4 main products and which one has the best return. So we've got the booster box, the Elite Trainer, or the standard Elite Trainer boxes, the 3-pack blister with the Umbreon, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. So we'll take a look at which one, if we'd invested perfectly, which one would give us the best return. So what would have been the perfect investment? I mean, looking at these numbers, it's clearly the booster box. Both the Elite Trainer box and the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, slightly double, and we're working off MSRP here, slightly double. Outlier, the 3-pack blister with the Umbreon, 2.5 times MSRP, but the booster box, 3.8 times MSRP. I mean, these are pretty basic equations here, but we're going to look at what we would have made if we'd parked our money here. So obviously if we bought one at roughly MSRP of $100, we would have turned our $100 into $380, minus some fees for selling and a little bit of our time and energy. You know, you could probably say you'd net a little bit less than that. But for the fact of this video, we're going to work off $380. What if we'd been a little bit more bullish at launch and we'd bought maybe 10 booster boxes at $1,000? And in fact, if you're buying 10, you're probably buying a case and you might be getting a little bit less than that. But let's just work off 10 at $1,000 to make life easy. Obviously now you'd have $3,800 because the box has gone up 3.8x. And I just wanted to remind people that this set came out in August 27th. 2021, so it's not even 2 years old yet. Now, let's step it up a notch. What if we bought 100 boxes? And I mean, if we're buying at that level, we're probably getting them a bit less than $100 a box, or maybe even a fair bit less. But again, let's work off the round figure of 100 at 100, which is $10,000. Obviously, that would now be worth $38,000. And you think, that's a lot of money, but people will go and spend $10,000 on a share in a heartbeat without even knowing the company or the product. They just go, let's diversify and buy it. Right, this one is going a bit extreme and a bit crazy. And, you know, as an investor in Pokemon, as much as I love the hobby, I don't have that sort of spare money to spend on Pokemon. But I can guarantee you there are people in the world that do. I've seen some huge sealed collections, people buying thousands and thousands of boxes of a set and parking them aside for a certain period of time. So if you'd bought 1,000 boxes at $100 a box, obviously 100K, it would now be worth $380,000. So what we've done is we've almost picked, I suppose, the perfect set with the right print run. We've picked the perfect product out of the perfect set to show, I guess, the perfect storm of what investing in sealed Pokemon can bring you. In just under 2 years, someone could have hypothetically turned $100,000 into nearly $400,000. That's pretty insane. So what can we take away from this? I mean, again, it was the perfect storm, perfect set, perfect timing, perfect amount of appreciation. It's just gone bonkers, that set. What can we learn though? I guess what it shows us is the power of investing in the Pokemon TCG. That set was, I mean, if every set went like that, we'd all be parking heaps of money in there and just watching it climb and climb and climb. I guess what we can learn is really twofold. One, the perfect set will bring about huge and rapid appreciation. And two, even the not so perfect sets, the average ones, will still bring about slow and steady appreciation. So if you've got some spare money, Pokemon is a fun place to park it.